Tonight on Air Rescue,
Patient not breathing adequately.
a holiday escape turns ugly.
Fell off and his head went underneath the back wheel of the truck.
And that's just the beginning of a chaotic day at the beach.
We've just been flagged down. I'm not sure what's happening.
When you see him, can you give him your life?
They've promised to deliver her love.
We'll just start searching and hopefully he jumps out in front of us.
But first, they've got to find him.
They're going to be this shed or these houses here.
And a puzzling SOS has everyone guessing.
Whatever they're after, I'm thinking I've got it.
It's a scorching hot day along the Australian coast, and Westpac 1 has been called out to an accident on a beach.
Control to Westpac 1. We have a job at Redhead Beach, a pedestrian run over by a vehicle. Patient is poorly confused, cruise spinal injury and not breathing adequately.
Hope it's not my bloody son.
This beach is a four-wheel driver's playground. To get to the patients, the helicopter must land on the sand.
The tide is now coming in, is that right? Affirmative. Northern Control, Westpac 1's landing Redhead.
It's a holiday weekend packed full of sport and adventure. Plenty of accidents just waiting to happen. An 18-year-old is seriously injured after falling from his mate's four-wheel drive. Paramedics John and David are here to pick up the pieces.
Get run over.
Ground paramedic Greg was first on the scene.
How you going? How you going, mate? This is Matt, riding on the sideboard of the four-wheel drive, doing about 20 k's an hour, in the sand dunes. Come off the side. He's hit his head on the sideboard on the way down, and looks like the rear wheel may have gone over his chest.
You've gone under the back wheel of the car, do you think?
I think just the side of it.
Just clipped it?
Yeah.
Well, he's just standing on the side of the skid of the truck there and fell off and his head went underneath the back wheel of the truck and it ran over his chest and head.
A heavy four-wheel drive rolling over Matt's chest and head has the potential for massive internal damage. Even though Matt is putting on a brave face, the paramedics know this could be serious. He will have to be airlifted out.
So how is that pain now while you're laying there? Still nothing?
Feel it.
But it's very tolerable.
Yeah.
But this is not the only accident today.
The other thing is, as you may have heard, there's a fractured leg up there. I'm just trying to get on the Jen, but to see if we can pick up her on the way too.
It's about to turn into a day of drama for the aircrew. Back at base, the Westpac rescue crew welcome a quick break from the stressful side of their work.
You missed a bit under the starboard. Look at that, it's just been washed. Do it once and do it right.
We've got to be serious on the job, but when we're away from the job back here at the base, when you can make a joke or something, go for it. It's a way, I guess, of coping with what we see and what we do.
But at any time, the serious business of rescue is only a phone call away.
Okay, thanks for that. Bye.
A distress beacon has been activated. It could be anything from a plane crash to a missing hiker.
They don't know where this beacon is, so if it turns out that it's out at sea, go locate, and if need be, put Nico in.
Pilot Gandhi knows just how critical distress signals can be.
We have to react to it straight away, because when they go off, it means that someone's in trouble. Starting one.
Sometimes these jobs turn into something bigger than Ben Hur.
Distress beacons are lifesavers, but this one hasn't sent a GPS location. Nico will have to find and track the signal with the helicopter's automatic direction finder.
I can hear it. There it is. Already.
The crew appears to be in luck. The emergency may not be far off.
So it's on the nose there now? Directly on the nose. It looks like we're just passing over it. Okay, turn to the right. That's really strong there, Gandy. They're going to be this shed or these houses here.
The crew are close and prepare for the rescue.
It's on the nose. If we fly past them now, I'll tell you what, you know what it is? It's a car with a plane on a trailer.
There's more to this SOS than meets the eye. The Westpac rescue crew has scrambled to answer a distress call from an emergency beacon. The signal has led them to a plane on the back of a truck.
Bet you any money it's that plane.
The question is who or what has set it off?
Just landing west of Maitland, we've found a aeroplane on a truck.
That's an unusual one.
Clear out.
The cockpit is empty, the plane unoccupied. The mystery deepens.
Mate, this is dead set where it is.
They now have to find and deactivate the beacon, or it will continue to send its emergency signal to rescue authorities.
It's going to go in the back, mate, and have a look.
If necessary, the crew may have to dismantle the plane completely.
It's on the truck somewhere. We might need a handheld homer. Can you get the handheld homer, mate?
Farmer and truck driver Glenn was blissfully unaware that the plane he was transporting was transmitting an emergency signal.
I seen the chopper circling around. I was in my pool. I didn't think he was going to land in my paddy.
It's under here.
It's technology to the rescue.
I'm thinking I've got it. Whatever they're after, I'm thinking I've got it.
It seems the emergency beacon is somewhere in the tail of the aircraft. There it is. To finish this job, Gandhi will have to get to the beacon and switch off the signal. Knowing that no one is in danger, the crew can loosen up a little while they finish the job.
Hey Nico, don't fall off. So what's happened is, as the truck's been driving along, potholes and all that, as far as it's concerned, the aircraft's crashed, so...
Is it off now?
It's now.
Well, that. Beautiful.
Off.
Signal's gone, right?
There's your screwdriver.
A job that started as a potential disaster has been shut down with a screwdriver.
Another successful day.
Thanks, man.
Nico's just in the process of telling Ossard down in Canberra that we've located it, pulled it out of the aircraft, handed it to the owner, and we can all go home.
While no one needed rescuing on this mission, the crew answer every emergency call as if a life was on the line.
Successful job. We're about to return back to the base.
It's a blistering day at the beach, and the crew of Westpac 1 has their hands full. They're treating one injured patient and another is on the way. 18-year-old Matt has been run over by a four-wheel drive. The paramedics are concerned he has internal injuries.
See, chest is okay, mate. It's not sore. Other than there, this side's okay.
Paramedic John knows that although Matt is doing his best keeping it together on the outside, being run over by a 2,000-kilo car can cause serious damage.
What we're going to do, we're going to set up a stretcher to go in the helicopter. Yeah. Pop you on that. We'll take you up to the hospital. And they'll check for any bleeding. They'll probably do an X-ray of your chest, make sure you haven't bruised any internal organs.
The incident is of concern to the local police, who are now talking to Matt's mate who was driving.
Can you please make sure my mate doesn't lose his licence?
Doesn't lose his licence?
Yeah.
Oh, mate. Worry about you first, okay? Make sure you're doing okay. Yeah. Then we'll worry about that other stuff later on, all right?
As Matt gets to the helicopter, paramedic Genevieve is arriving with a 12-year-old girl.
I've got Georgia.
Georgia, beautiful.
She's 12 years old. There's a humongous slide up there on the sand dunes.
Sorry, yeah.
She's come down and hit the bottom, and her right lower leg looks like it's maybe only just tibia.
Jen suspects Georgia has broken her leg.
Okay, that's great. Cheers, Jen.
It turns out that brave-faced Georgia is a frequent flyer. She's been airlifted before after breaking a collarbone in a recent bike accident. It's Groundhog Day for Mum Amanda.
She's been in the chopper before, which she was very happy with at the time. So, because she actually said to us, "I'll make a chart and start ticking off my rides now." So she's in good spirits.
Went down the water slide with 3 other people in a boat that had no bottom, and my legs bent back.
I told her it wasn't a boat if it had no bottom. She'll want photos, believe me.
The Westpac rescue crew depart with a full cargo. Genevieve and Greg head for home in the ambulance. But on this beach, a paramedic's work is never done.
Do you want us?
Another one. It's been flagged down on the beach. I'm not sure what's happening.
At a beachside paradise, it's been a day of pleasure and pain.
Bit of ankle injury.
Yet another stunt has gone wrong.
Just have a look at it maybe.
Chris has come off a wakeboard in the shallows and may have broken his ankle.
I was wakeboarding up here in the water. We're driving with the 4 drives, time behind it. Yana just come off and landed wrong.
No pain there? No. Just come around the back here. Oh, there is it? Right, the fact that you got pain around the back of your tibia there indicate there's possibly a fracture there. The only way it can be ruled out, mate, is with X-ray. Yeah. So you can come up with us to the hospital to get an X-ray. Yeah. Or we can strap it up, ice it, you can look after it yourself, get to...
I'll go with the strap off, you know, have a few
It's up to you.
I'll go to the hospital.
You know it's going to get worse, not better.
Yeah, I know.
Chris wants to stay with his mates, opting to hobble to hospital a little later.
They're pretty keen for us to have a beer, but luckily I've got a supervisor here. Keep me in check.
Greg passes on the beer, but for his troubles, he gets a sausage sandwich.
Thanks very much.
A just reward for a busy day at the office. Westpac 2 is on the move. A lone trail bike rider has set off an emergency distress beacon. There are grave fears for his safety.
Have you got any further info?
He's on a white and blue trail bike, a bright orange carrier on the back.
Paramedic Liz is in charge today.
The trail bike riders in remote locations, never a good idea. They're at huge risk of having things go really wrong for them and potentially not being able to get help.
When trail bike rider Rod crashed, he activated his personal emergency beacon, which sent a signal to his wife, Michelle. She called emergency services and was able to give a GPS fix on his location.
Northern NSW Westpac 2 is overhead the GPS position.
This beacon emergency is real. But at this stage, they have no information about Rod's condition or even whether he's still alive.
So that's the track under us.
They've got the GPS location, but finding him is another matter.
We'll just start searching and hopefully he jumps out in front of us.
Because
this a bike up here? Yep, there he is.
Looks like he's come around that corner and hit a tree.
Nico, he wasn't standing up. He's sitting right next to the bike.
Didn't make any attempt to come out, did he?
He's been stuck in the bush for 3 hours now, and he's not moving.
From a job that we didn't know what we were going to initially, it's turned into a pretty well full-blown search and rescue for this chap.
The crew brace themselves for the worst. Lone trail bike rider Rod has crashed on a remote dirt road. His injuries remain unknown. His personal emergency beacon has led the Westpac rescue crew to his location.
And they're all set.
Paramedics Liz and Dave are heading down the wire to the track below.
Bike off the ground. 4, 3, 2, 1. Weight's coming off.
A police vehicle arrives on the scene just as Liz reaches the fallen rider.
G'day, mate.
Hi.
So, where's your main areas of pain at the moment?
It's a back.
Rod has been drifting in and out of consciousness for 3 hours now.
What about your neck at all? Have you got any pain there at all?
No, that's okay.
Can you move it okay?
He's got a lot of contusions to his back and his ribs.
Yeah.
Ground crew to Westpac, got a copy?
Yep, go ahead, Jay.
Got fairly significant chest injuries. Per the police, it's a 30-minute dirt track, very rugged.
So, best option will be a stretcher winch. Okay, copy, we'll see you shortly.
Crewman Nico makes a call to Rod's wife.
Hello?
That's the rescue helicopter. Who am I speaking to?
I'm speaking to Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. Listen, we've accessed your husband.
You found him, have you?
Yes, we've got him. The paramedics are with him at the moment. He's injured, but he's conscious. I just wanted to touch base to let you know that we have found him and we'll be taking him to the hospital fairly shortly.
Okay, oh, that's fantastic. Well, when you see him, can you give him my love?
Yes, I certainly will.
On the ground, Rod's vagueness has Liz worried about possible brain injury.
How's that pain feeling at the minute?
I think I'm putting a skip.
Okay.
They have to get him to hospital immediately.
Rod, your wife sends her love, mate. Okay, we gave her a call from the aircraft. You're saying we'd located you.
Rod, you with us?
Paramedic Liz will ride with the stretcher. She'll have to contend with the downdraft from the helicopter and the overhanging trees.
And Hal, I'll get you to stay up here.
One false move, and they could end up in the canopy.
Perfect. Clear to hoist? Clear to hoist. And hoisting on the way down. Position height's good. I'll get you to stay up this way. Okay. Just waiting for the thumbs up. Have the thumbs up, I'm taking up the slack. Okay. Come up and take the weight of one patient, the paramedic and the stretcher. All clear behind, halfway up, position height's good. Just coming up fast as gets now. Bring him inboard.
After 3.5 hours alone in the bush, Rod is finally on board.
And hoisting down, forward 3. On level with the skids. And second one's coming in. Doors closed.
With the cabin secured, pilot Ozzy heads for the hospital.
Here, Westpac 2, that chap has been stretcher hoisted out. We're now 7 POB.
Patient Rod will have to be closely monitored for any signs of deterioration. Brain injury and internal damage remain Liz's biggest worries.
He has got quite significant bruising to his left chest area around the back, so I'm quite concerned about his spleen and his left kidney. He's also been a bit vague, so not quite sure what's going on there, but he has been stuck out there for about 4 hours, so could be a bit of exposure going on.
So it's no wonder that he couldn't pick up his arm and wave at anyone. Yeah.
It's pretty nasty, his back, so it would have hurt doing it.
Helicopter control, Westpac 2 is at the John Hunter. Thanks, guys. Pleasure. Good job, guys.
A few weeks later, the Westpac rescue crew receive an email from Rod.
My family and I are always grateful to you for coming to aid when I need it most. Looks like he's doing pretty well there, guys.
Yeah, it's good. You wouldn't think he's a motorbike rider, would you?
No.
Yeah, look at him.
No. He's a very lucky man. Good story.